Hey everyone, Noel and Jax here. So the bar has been open a couple months now and things have really started to stabilize. We're going on a good track, and so this week I thought I'd go into kind of the operational costs of running a bar here in Thailand. How much are things going to cost you? What are you going to need to actually open a bar and have it running? Now before we get into the video, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my membership group, Thailand Nightlife. Now, if you're interested in Thailand, you want to come to Thailand, you want to open a bar, or you just want to meet people here in Thailand, then please do check it out. It's completely free to join. I post exclusive content there, including the downloaded live streams that I'm doing every week here from Jack's Bar. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description below. Anyways, let's get on to the video. So the first thing is going to be your fixed expenses. And number one of that is going to be rent. I've said in past videos about how getting this bar, you buy the bar from the owner. There's actually one guy who owns all the bars in the boxing stadium, and then you sign a lease with him and then pay monthly rent. So we pay rent here in this bar every month of 20,000 baht. Now, it depends obviously city to city. That's going to change if you're looking in other places and not in the boxing area, but even changes in the boxing area itself. I know bars like up at the front near the front street of the Loikra Road, they're paying upwards of 40 to 50,000 baht. So it really does depend on the size of the bar and your location on how much you're going to be paying. But here in the back, you pay 20,000. And that was even the same when I had my last bar before. We were paying only 20,000 that one as well. So again, they're right in the back, and so you don't pay as much rent as in other places. Next is going to be utilities. And obviously that depends on the bar itself. Now this bar is really small. We have 3 fans pretty much in a small fridge, and I guess the speaker system as well. So we really don't have a lot of power consumption. And so we're averaging between 2,500 to maybe 3,000 baht a month in just utility bills. In this area, water bills are included, so you don't pay for your water. So that's nice, but even if you did, it wouldn't be much as there's no potable water anyways. But either way, that's all you spend is just for electricity. And now again, that's going to change. I know when I had my last bar as well, we had 3 air conditioning units, a big fridge. It was just a bigger space, so a lot of fans. And I think we were somewhere around like 6,000 to 7,000 baht a month for electricity. So it really does depend on the size of the bar, but this one we have a nice small space that we can keep it really cheap. And then you're going to have things like, internet. Internet in Thailand is super cheap. It's crazy coming from Canada how cheap you can get internet here. Our internet for the bar is 500 baht a month, and that's still really good, better than most of the plans in Canada. And in Canada, you'd be easily spending 100 bucks a month for internet. So it is really nice that you can get that so cheap. Now the last fixed expense is going to be your subscription services. When I came to Thailand, I had Spotify. That was my main music listening application. And I paid premium for it, and that was fine. And when I got the bar, I thought, okay, I'll just use Spotify. It's going to be super simple, and it'll be fine for the bar. But honestly, the girls don't seem to like it. The girls prefer YouTube. And I didn't have YouTube Premium at the time, so I just would use Spotify, and then when they'd switch over, they'd be having to listen to ads all the time. And so eventually I just had to buy YouTube Premium as well. It seems to be the preferred app that all the Thai girls like to use. It's what they're comfortable with, and maybe can find more of their songs, like the Thai songs that they like to listen to. So that is definitely something that you're going to have to invest in if you do want to open a bar. There's some weird subscriptions you have to have as well. Like we have the Ocha POS system that you have to pay 250 baht a month for. And then as well, we have security cameras. And so the security cameras, to allow you to have cloud storage for all the footage and do live feedback, you need to pay a monthly fee, and that depends on how many cameras you have. Next is going to be the purchases that I've had to make for the bar. Now this will fluctuate month to month and how busy we are, because the number one of that is going to be alcohol. Alcohol is obviously going to be really reflective of how much you're making in that month and how busy you are. And so for us, we were doing around 35,000 baht in alcohol in January. And then last month I went up to 40,000. And now that is not a lot, as we haven't been super, super busy. A lot of these bigger bars are spending 100,000 baht easy a month on alcohol. So that is going to be a big expenditure, but obviously that should be covered in the cost of running the bar. That should be covered by people buying the drinks. Unless you're drinking your own stock, and then I can't help you. Next is going to be ice. Ice is something that's interesting here because it's something I didn't even think about when getting the bars. How do you get ice? Because obviously in Thailand, the water is not potable. You cannot have an ice machine in here just running off of tap water because that would poison your customers. And so all these bars, most of the bars in the entire of Chiang Mai and Thailand, I imagine, have ice delivered. And so you'll have trucks with bags of ice going around town. Usually they come around midday and then before all the bars open at night. So maybe, around like 3 o'clock, and then another guy will come around around 6 o'clock, and they'll deliver you ice. They come for us about every other day, and we get 2 to 3 bags of ice. So that's around 70 to 105 baht, depending on how much ice we need. So that's something that, again, is interesting with Thailand, because when we opened the bar, one thing we obviously needed was an ice bin, but you don't have to buy your own ice bin. We contacted the guys who supplied the ice. They provided us with a bin that fit in the room that we wanted to put for free. We didn't have to pay for it at all, and then they just fill it. And then lastly, for random purchases, is some miscellaneous stuff. You're gonna need, your cleaning supplies, your toilet papers, your cups or plastic cups or napkins or whatever. And so we're doing about 2,000 to 3,000 baht a month in miscellaneous stuff. And so I'm not including any property improvements in that, as that can really obviously vary from time to time, bar to bar, person to person. We've done some small stuff over the last couple months, like, the lighting, the sign, and the LED, and some other things. And I want to do some more, but that's just, part of business. That's my improvements that I want to do to the bar to make the bar more profitable. So that really doesn't count. I'll give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, the Loikra Muay Thai shop, located directly beside the Loikra Boxing Stadium. Now, they have everything you need. If you're in Chiang Mai and you're interested in Muay Thai, they have everything you need to get you ready to train Muay Thai. But also, if you're interested in coming and seeing the fights, coming and watch some of the fights here at the Loikra Boxing Stadium, then they do sell tickets as well. So please do come by, buy your tickets to the boxing stadium, and come and sit in my bar. And the last one is going to be obviously the biggest one, the thing that's going to be the most expensive and what can really make or break a bar, and that's going to be your staffing costs. So the biggest of that is not even salary. The biggest of that is actually the lady drinks. You're going to be paying a lot more money, or at least we pay a lot more money in lady drinks than we do in salary. And now that's obviously covered in the revenue from the bar, but it's still something that you're going to have to keep in mind. So for the lady drinks, other bars are different. Like I've said in the past, other bars will pay 50 or 70 baht per drink that the girl receives. In my bar, we pay 100 baht per drink that the girl gets. I really want them to be really motivated to get drinks from customers because they can make good money. And so we've gone from making around 42,000, or paying around 42,000, I should say, in lady drinks in January, to paying 54,000 last month in lady drinks. So we did have a big jump up in lady drinks, and so obviously that means we've got more profit. I'm hoping this month is even bigger as well, but we are getting into slow season, so we'll have to see. So you're looking around, let's say 50,000 a month in lady drinks, but again, a busy bar, like one of these bigger bars with 10 or 15 girls, is going to have quite a few drinks. And the girls who are working for me are quite new to working in the area, and so they're not getting the 20 drinks a night, 30 drinks a night that some of these girls in these other bars are doing. They're getting 5 to 10 drinks a night. So it's just, I really had to temper my expectations to what my staff knows how to do and to what we're expecting from them. Next is going to be the salary, and that's been something I've been changing how we're doing salary over the last couple months. And that's because it's not always been beneficial. When we had the girls who came on a month or so ago, we had 4 girls come to work at the bar, and they came on getting 300 baht a day, but they didn't actually care about doing the job. They were fine to just come here and sit on their phone and not actually try to get customers into the bar, not actually try to help serve customers during the fights, and so they weren't beneficial to the bar. Now, they left, but overall, you still have to really encourage the girls to get drinks, to be active in trying to get customers to come to the bar. So this is different in every area, but a lot of the bars up in Chiang Mai, well, number one, a lot of the bars in this area don't give salary at all. It's solely freelance. And so the girl is entirely dependent on getting drinks in order to make money. But I find that you can't really do that here in the back. The bars in the front, I think the vast majority of the bars in the front will do that. They will pay little to no salary, and then just have it solely from lady drinks. But the bars in the back, it is harder to get girls to come and work in the back because they do have to deal with the boxing, and also the area is blocked off 4 days a week from the fights. So they're not going to get the steady foot traffic as they would in the front. And also, we're just not getting the same foot traffic as the bars in the very front do, obviously, because we're right in the back. So the bars in the back, all the bars on the back wall and on the side that have to deal with the boxing, all offer a salary. They all offer a daily rate for the girl to come to work. And it depends on the place, on the girl and how much they make, but there are ways to get the girls to work better. So we've changed from doing the 300 baht a day just straight out to I tried to go to a monthly salary based on how many drinks the girls get. And now we're actually moving back to 300 baht a day with the requirement that they get 2 drinks minimum. So it's all about incentivizing the girls to get drinks, to get customers to come to the bar, because otherwise a lot of the girls will just not try. So anyways, for salary, we've paid around 40,000 a month in salary. And so that obviously varies because, January we had some girls start and we didn't have a lot of girls until halfway through the month. And then February we had a bunch of girls come and then some leave, and it's been kind of all over the place. Now we're finally getting to the point where I have 4 girls. I'd like to get 1 more, but we have 4 girls who are working consistently and coming to the bar. So we have a solid staff that is coming on a reliable basis. And so I'm kind of getting to know how much I'm going to be paying. Now I also have my manager who helps me to run the bar, helps me to manage the girls and take care of everything we need to do. And she makes 12,000 a month. Now she can still get drinks from customers, but she does help me run the bar. And then lastly, with being in the back here, I've talked in the past about having to hire a couple guys to go and get customers from the street to come and sit in our section. And we are still doing that. It's a lot easier to keep the majority of your girls in the bar than going on the street. And I think we have some guys who understand how to get customers, and they're pretty consistently good at filling our section. So that will add another cost as well. Now they make 200 a day because they're only here from 7:30 till 10:30. They're here for 3 hours and they make 200 baht. Now, sometimes not both come, sometimes only one comes, and they come 4 days a week for 3 hours. So we pay them about, if they both come to work, 6,400. And so when you add it up, my total monthly cost is around 150. Obviously that's going to fluctuate, but last month it was around 150,000 baht. And so that's what I need to make to just break even and not lose anything on the bar. Obviously anything above that is profit, and I have continued to make a bit of profit. Yes, it's not a lot. It's only around 20 to 30,000 baht a month in profit, but for being a brand new bar that's coming to the tail end of the high season, I think if we can continue that, then we're golden. Now, if you're thinking of opening a bar or opening any business in Thailand, obviously knowing the numbers and knowing what you're going to get into beforehand is key. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave you some clarity on how much things actually cost. If you have any questions at all, please leave it in the comments below. And as always, please like and subscribe. Cheers.